What does it mean to be confused? I mean, have you ever wondered, why am I confused? Or, what is confusion? Or even, gosh, if I wasn't so confused, I'd probably get a lot more done and be a lot more successful in this area. Today we're going to cover what is confusion and how does it work. We'll even talk about how to break through confusion as well. First of all, when you're confused, you should get excited, because the first thing that confusion means is that you're about to learn something. What I mean by that is that when you're confused, your brain hasn't quite made the connection it needs to yet. So it's searching for connections, but there are none that have been made yet, so you feel like you're missing the answer, and that's confusion. So when most people are confused, they just quit. They think, I'm not making the connection, I can't figure it out, there must be something wrong with me, I'm just not going to do this. But now that you know that you're about to learn something when you're confused, if you continue in that process and attempt to keep making connections, eventually you will, and you'll actually learn something. Does that make sense? So when you're confused, you should actually be excited, because that means you're actually going to get the information, the connection, the learning that you needed so you can have the breakthrough you want. Actually sounds pretty great to me. Now the other way to look at confusion is not so happy. The fact is that when we're confused, we're actually lying to ourselves. We're actually clear about something, we actually know something, but we don't want to admit it. We don't want to realize or be honest about or admit to ourselves or others that we actually are totally clear about something. So instead of being honest with ourselves, we just kind of lie about that we just don't get it and we're just confused. Now I know this is kind of a different way of looking at confusion, but it can be empowering. And the reason I say that is because once you admit that you're actually clear about something, then the confusion goes away, you realize what's going on, and then you can actually take more powerful action and create more breakthroughs in that area. So remember that confusion is not a bad thing. In fact, you're about to learn something if you just stick with the process, and you should be excited about that. And remember, no matter how confused you seem to be, you actually know a lot more than you think, and if you're just honest with yourself and admit what you know, you're going to break through confusion faster than you ever thought possible. So let's go get confused, why don't we? And write down in the comments, hey, what did you learn from this, and what are the areas where you act like you're confused, and what are you really clear about that you maybe haven't admitted before? Or what are the areas where you're confused and you're just going to take more action now because you know that you can break through that confusion if you stick with the process. Look forward to seeing what you have to say. Oh yeah, and by the way, like this video, and if you want more of these videos, go ahead and subscribe. Hopefully that part's not confusing for you, and thanks for watching.